Hi YouTubers, my name is LR Elda. At first I wanna thank you for you that you are being for your site. Thank you for your support, for your spirituality, fruitage of spirit. I really appreciate your support. My history is about 30 years. I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. My mom started to learn the truth when I was only 7. Then all that spirituality that I had was from Jehovah's Witnesses. They were my only colleagues. I had no colleagues, 0 colleagues at school, but I have some colleagues in Jehovah's Witnesses. My spiritual progress, as I can say, was fast. I was pretty young when I was baptized. I have 15 years, and immediately after my baptism I started to pioneer. For 3 months I was auxiliary pioneer, then for 7 years I was regular pioneer. I started when I was 16, 17 when I was at training for pioneers. When I was 18, I was appointed to be ministerial servant, and when I was 25, I became an elder. I always had a feeling that something was wrong with that much of work, that it is so much work every day. Very planned. It was so planned, so busy. We were so busy. We were unhappy with that many tasks, and it was never-ending story. But I was obedient. I always thought that governing body is appointed by God, that they are faithful and discreet slave, and I should be obedient and listen to them because they are only God's channel, and I cannot question their motives, their knowledge. They have so very exceeding knowledge that I shouldn't even try to question in any way. But there was some things in my life that changed that. One day I started to think about my hope, and I have a feeling that I do not believe properly, that maybe it's any chance that my hope should be the heavenly hope. But then I try to start to learn from the publication about that, but it was a misery because I was too young, too inexperienced in their sight to be called to heaven. And reading the publications gave me only a feeling that I'm mentally disturbed, like apostates that the governing body told us that are mentally diseased. So about heavenly hope, one can be mentally disturbed or lacking of balance in such a way, or depressed, or hating his life at earth. But there was nothing about that. I always loved and love reading the Bible, it was a very precious, and it is very precious book for me. When I decided to read The Crisis of Conscience by Brother Raymond France, I started to understand why there is so many legalism, there is so many rules over our conscience, and there is so much guilt in us, so much fear in us, that there is not original good news that we preach and that we are taught. It was terrible at first to experience such results of my survey, of my learning. It was terrible. I felt guilty, I felt bad, I felt betrayed, that it's unloving. I was so happy, but what changed is that my spirituality improved, my relations with God improved, everything was clear, and the Bible started then to be life for me. I started to understand, I started to be thirsty of God's Word, to be hungry of that Word, and every day that I read my Bible, many translations. I had at least 30 or so translations in English, Polish, and I use them all in my computer. That good news from the Bible is something different. The original, unadulterated good news is much more better than that good news that Jehovah's Witnesses preach today. My present situation is also changed because I stepped down as an elder. I gave a body of elders my resignation. I was asked to go to the meeting of elders, but I didn't go because I wrote them down in my letter that I do not want to discuss the things, and I think that I explained them well. What will be their next step, I have no idea. Maybe I will be even disfellowship. At first I thought that it's impossible, but we who read The Crisis of Conscience, we know that Brother Raymond France was an innocent man. It's certain he was innocent. He had all knowledge about Bible, about legalism, all knowledge that was necessary to defend from such a just talk about him, but it did not help him. He was disfellowshipped anyway, or treated as disfellowshipped. So I think that if they want, they can even disfellowship me. I do not know what should I do then, because it's only about my family, about my wife, about my mom. They are women very delicate in their psychological structure, especially my wife, because my mom are more reasonable women. I try to talk with my wife, and I told them about the Shepherd Book of Elders, the secret book. Now, when we go to the ministry, we cannot even share our amount of our giving somebody literature. but only what we gave we can report. And that was the change. Now I have JW.org apps login yet, because I'm not officially deleted as an elder, but it's only a matter of time. Especially I want to thank JJ, my dear, now I think the almost friend. I'd like to thank you, JJ. You helped me by your mail, by your prayers, by your movies that you have on your site, by your articles. I read most of them. I think that the future is uncertain if it's about Jehovah's Witnesses, my being in the movement, because I can't stand that it's so much guilt, so much untrue talking in the meetings. It's boring, it's not Bible-based, it's governing body-based, and that's a big difference. That's not that what I could or want to learn. My child, my daughter, she's now 4 years old, and I would fight for her not to feel that guilt that is my share, my legacy as being one of Jehovah's Witnesses. It's terrible to be Jehovah's Witness child, as Brother Sedars showed us. I remember all that pictures because I have good visual memory, but when he collected all that picture, I then thought that it's really terrible to indoctrinate our children in such a way, such fear, such guilt. But we all need to be close, need to stay together. I'd like to show you my face, use my normal voice, but it's impossible, because as we know, Jehovah's Witnesses spy us. I heard once that even at their headquarters or branch offices, they have informatics computer men that sit and try to investigate. So it's dangerous to share, even if I'm from Poland, I'm not from the United States. It's dangerous, and I do not want to do more and show them more than I think it's reasonable or beneficial for me. Now I also stopped the ministry. Today is the last day when I would cooperate with my congregation. I think now if should I go anyway, and it's difficult to explain the necessary. But I know that my cooperation with Jehovah's Witnesses gave some good footages, because I learned many good truths from the Bible. I also loved that very book. But as Raymond France told, the price to learn from Jehovah's Witnesses are so huge, are so enormous when compared to any benefits. The guilt, the fear, overworked. Over time, I felt that when I go where the greater needs was immediately after school, was more than 2 years I was on the village. I have no regular work, but my work was to clean dung of ducks, geese, and chickens. That was my job, to clean and clear their dung. It was something that their organization, governing body, organization prepared me not for balanced life. I told that my mother, my wife, that we should be balanced, as Solomon said. We should enjoy life, not live in poverty, without knowledge, without higher education, even if someone wants to. But we were told that it was improperly used our young years of life. Again, I want to thank you for your support, for your love. I experienced many good comments at the site, and I want to help you too. I want to engage in telling the truth about the truth. I'm ready to do that. I have no guilt that I speak to you. You are not apostate, I'm not apostate. Not from the true Christianity, not from the original good news in the Bible. We are apostate, but from the governing body organization. That's definitely the truth. But it do not change anything or what God thinks about us. Thank you again. This was Eldar speaking. Bye.